Well, I'm hoping that this will be an enjoyable segment to watch, because I suspect that it will have a lot of coin collecting. Because this particular mission is a great one for coin collecting, as far as I'm concerned. And apparently the game saved that I have 5 coins here. I guess that was from episode 1. I didn't think that I actually... Well, I guess I did collect some. I was just thinking back to my coinless file, I guess. But, yeah, I believe it is possible to get about 21 blue coins out and about in this stage, which is beautiful under the water, and beautiful above the water too. It just looks beautiful in a completely different, much more dangerous way. So let's see here, we got another blue coin. I'm gonna attempt to get 100 gold coins, yellow coins, 5 gold coins, in this stage, 21 blue, because this is one of the more, I would say, forgiving missions for blue coins, in terms of they're pretty much in every level, or every mission. I say everything interchangeably. My vocabulary, my dictionary, my vernacular is very confused. Yeah, I think that... Oh hey, you can see the shine sprite from here. That's the one that we're gonna get, way over there in that hole of death that looks like it has teeth. It's... What am I saying? The blue coins are in basically every mission. Not every single mission, not all of them, but a good many of them are easy enough to find. They're not super obscure. This particular mission kind of teaches you that there are certain parts of the wall that you can spray with your water to reveal things, such as this. And once you learn that, a lot of the blue coins become pretty easy to find. And so I think I remember, I didn't 100% this game as a child on my own. I definitely had to look at a walkthrough, and I feel like probably everyone ever has. But this was the level where I found the most blue coins without a walkthrough. I think it was pretty close to 30, actually. So I was all proud of myself, all proud of my little young self. Also, the reason I keep going into these cubby holes is because Mario's grip, for whatever reason, is not the strongest. You wouldn't think that Mario would have a limitation on how long he can hold on to a ledge like this, but he does. And you only realize this by not going into any of the cubby holes and trying to climb all your way over here. And it's just odd, because you would think that Mario would have the strength to not have to worry about that. It's weird that there's any real limitation in this game. Okay, I didn't think that you could go in there. I feel like it's probably possible to sneak your way into that place early and skip the boss of Tricky Ruins, as this mission is called. But I haven't seen it. Every time that I've attempted it myself, it hasn't worked. Oh, there's the raccoon, who is here for some reason. I guess he doesn't want our blue coins. He is having a free, nice business here. Hello. Now that our waterfall is back to normal, I can resume business. Yeah, this shady raccoon, who withholds shines from the city in favor of blue coins, which is not a joke that I have made on my own time. It's not what I meant to say, whatever. Here are boat mechanics that everyone hates, and I don't really have that much of a problem with. I feel like they're easy enough to figure out. See, the way that the boat works is you spray from the back and you go forward. You spray from the front and you go backward. From the back, this turns the boat to the left, this turns the boat to the right. And the front, this turns the boat to the right or left, and this turns the boat to the right. It's perhaps a little unintuitive, but it's easy enough to figure out. so I don't know why people have so much trouble with it. Everyone seems to hate this boat's controls, and they do become more of an issue later, I guess, because there's an essential part of the game where you have to use one of these boats, and it isn't just for optional coin collecting purposes. But even still, this is one of the many things in this game that people complain about that I don't see much of an issue with. It's not as bad as people say. What might be as bad as people say, except I don't know if anyone talks about this. Excuse me, poison water. Do you mind not being poisonous for a moment? Can I get shot downwards? Yeah, with that waterfall, that helps a little bit. There's a blue coin down here for me to get. For me to obtain with my bad self. Just way down at the bottom of the ocean here. This could be a complaint that I have with this game, is that the swimming controls are not as fluid as they are in Mario 64 or Galaxy, because it's just up and down controls, and I don't know why they changed that. I mean, I have an idea of why they changed that, because later in this stage you use the flood for a different kind of swimming controls, and you move up and down with that, and that's really the only thing that makes sense. So, maybe that's why. But it is kind of interesting, though, that you don't really do a whole lot of swimming, generally, in this game that is entirely based around water. You know, it's a tropical-themed game, where the majority of it is, you know, platforming around resorts. No? There we go. I love these, whatever you would, I don't know what you would call these. Sudden, humongous indentations in the walls. These are the tricky ruins. I could have talked to Purple Hat down there with the... What is her name? I'm trying to think of the name of the girl in Phoenix Wright, Professor Layton versus Phoenix Wright, who has the swirly glasses. Or I could just say Fawful, because he also has swirly glasses. A lot of characters do. Yeah, I really... This is a contender for being one of my favorite missions in the game, because it's so platforming-centered. Although I'm not really focusing on most of the platforming elements right now, I'm just kind of doing my own thing. Collecting a bunch of yellow coins. It's not gold, it's yellow. That's how I see it. This seems like it would be a place where a blue coin would be hidden, but I guess it's not. And then we go a bounce. A boing! And, down here are some more. These are probably some of the ones that I didn't find on my own whenever I first played this, because these are a little bit out of the way. This is not as much. Somehow. I don't know how. What is even in this door? Do-do-do-do-do-do. Apparently more music. Yeah, there's, stuff that I should be doing with that. I'll just go around, I suppose. Hearing nighttime noises outside. They've been doing that for quite some time now. I guess it's crickets. It's probably the noise. Because crickets chirp. It's weird that crickets chirp. It doesn't seem like a noise that they would make. And they make the noise with their legs. Yes, I enjoy the calming music of this stage. This is something stupid that I could talk about, I guess, is... I have, my own method for falling asleep, which... My methods for falling asleep have changed over the years. It used to be that I was too terrified to sleep because I had bad dreams, and so what I would do is stay up the entire night with one light on, because my parents would not let me have more lights than that on. And I would talk to my imaginary friend in the corner of the bed. But nowadays, my strategy for sleeping is... I mean, I'm okay with sleeping in total darkness now. It doesn't really bother me anymore, but... wait, is this a... No, that's a place that I've already been, sort of. I have music on my phone, and that's where I have my relaxing music playlist, where I have such relaxing songs as the... Well, we're not in the Hotel Delfino part of this game yet, but I do have the Hotel Delfino music. I have some other peaceful goodnight video game music. Hurry up, go into the hole. Wait, what is that? I guess just another path. Now let's see, another relaxing song that I have on the playlist is something from Maken X. I don't know if that's how it's pronounced, but M-A-K-E-N-X. I don't remember specifically what it is, but I only found it out from the Supra Darky channel, which has lots of video game music that's really good. And then, let's see, one song that I like listening to is, it's from... Well, it's not from anything specifically, it's a royalty-free song, but it's in Mild Escape, a point-and-click series that's Japanese, and that's probably why it's called Mild Escape, because that's an odd name. That was probably some kind of a weird translation thing. I'm not really sure. Discovered that from Big Tip. But it's in that, and also for some reason Crooked Man, the RPG Maker horror game. And that's not the mental connection that I prefer to have. You know what, I don't want to go all the way over here. Oh, what, nope, no, go back, go back, hurry up, before the terraformation occurs. I would like to stop at 100 coins, because it looks more satisfying whenever you see only 100 on your totals, instead of 106 or something. So I'm probably going to get the Shine Sprite immediately after that. There really should be one more hole right there, but there's not. Makes me sad. But yeah, the song is... It's on some kind of, like, Muse website, spelled M-U-S, like music. And it's called something like Improvised Song to Sleep To. So it's actually pretty interesting that I decided to sleep to it, considering that I didn't even know what it was called yet before I decided to try to find it. Okay, stop moving. Don't collect another coin. Thank you. Sweet. Oh hey, and there's another blue coin over there. I should go get that because it's right there. And I feel good about getting all the blue coins that I can get. I don't know why there are two marks above the M. I'm not really sure. Is it supposed to look like Mario's eyes or something? That's kind of the best guess that I have. Like the M is sort of a mustache, but not. Or maybe it's a face. Like an angry, crumpled mouth face. I don't know. I assume that there's a reason for those two lines, but I don't know what it is. I just remember always liking how they looked in the time when I drew this game's box art and everything else. Now, where exactly did the shine appear? I think it appeared on the very top of the whole shebang. So I'm gonna make my way up there. Making my way downtown, except it's really uptown, and it's also not a town, it's a bay. You know, because this place is totes my bay. Hold on a moment, is there a blue coin here? Gotta check. No, it's a yellow coin. Which is blasphemous. How dare you? I particularly like this little spot here, this shell that you climb up. Although the camera doesn't seem to want to fully cooperate. That's a bit of a downer. Boo-doo-doo-doo-doo-doo. Even when nothing is going on in this game, it's fun. Wow, that's a lot of coins. A lot of blue coins. There are 240 in the game, and so we only have 100 left, roughly. That's not so bad. I mean, I feel like we're making pretty good progress. I'm gonna head back into the same mission. How many blue coins have I gotten? Because I was not counting, but if I had been counting, I would have lost count. I actually thought that you could only get 21 blue coins in this mission, but I found one that I thought was only possible to get on the with the rocket nozzle. So I guess it's actually 22, which is how many I'm going to attempt to find. Whoops! Oh, whoops it! I don't remember how that stupid flash game ends. So yeah, just wall jumping fun times. I think I've gotten all the blue coins that are on that left cliff. There is a shine sprite that I could get, but I don't really feel like getting that one quite yet. More bloopers. It's foreshadowing for the boss. The repeated boss. That really doesn't have any reason to be repeated, but again, I don't really care that it's repeated. You know, another game that has repeat boss fights that I've played recently is Wario World, which is another game that I really like. Not as much as this one, but it's one of those games on my list of games that I want to play for the channel. And it's another game that's very well programmed in a lot of ways. This one has its issues, but you know, it still has impressive stuff like being able to stay on top of a block that moves around everywhere and rotates all directions and stuff like that. Hello, Gooper Blooper. This is your third appearance. Sir, third appearance in this film. That is not what that character is called. Yeah. What is there to say at this point? It's just another boss that is the same boss. Although I like how he tried to cover up this whole surrounding area and then couldn't because there's water in the way. Oh yeah, I forgot about that mechanic. Your hands slip on the goop if he still has his face covered in ink. Like, how did his face get covered in ink just now anyway? Did it splash back onto him? Maybe he maybe he blew some ink bubble gum and that's what happened as a result. Popped it in his face. Alrighty then. Another tentacle to go, because you're making this too difficult for me without my pulling your arms off. Kerplop. Oh boy, I did not expect that to break without my doing anything. I thought you had to ground pound on top of that, but I guess not. So another few blue coins for the road. In these pots. Really don't see why this is some ancient history cavern. And also, I don't know why it's considered a secret. It is behind the waterfall, but it's also in plain sight behind the waterfall. Usually if there's a waterfall secret in a video game, it's actually pretty well obscured by the waterfall, but this is just not. Especially with this huge glowing shine in the way. Or in view. There's just some ancient pottery. What does it have in it? The ashes of Elder Noki. By the way, what even are Noki? I'm sure that there's some kind of Japanese meaning for that word. But all I can think of is they don't have any keys, so they're no key. Never mind. Do I want to do red coins in a bottle? I guess it's short enough, I'll do it. Just for the heck of it. I'm sure there are still some blue coins for me to collect, but... I've got it, yes! I surely do have it! What have I got? Why, the answer to our polluted ocean problem, of course! And the answer is you! You must go to the ocean floor! Of course, that is impossible for you at the moment. Therefore, I've made an airy blue yeah, we have a bowl on our head now. It keeps us breathing longer somehow. I know that there's a fishbowl in Super Paper Mario that you keep on your head to breathe in space infinitely, which is random in that game because in Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door, you can go to space without any sort of extra apparatus, and it's perfectly fine. You can still breathe then. I recall this being one of the slightly difficult shines to get coinless. Not the hardest in the world, but oh crap. Well, yeah, that's the problem with it. You can just nudge up and get this red coin without collecting any of the other ones below it. You're gonna attempt to do that? Nope. Oh well. I've done it before. Big Tip has shown himself doing it, so that's all you really need. It is doable. It's kind of a nice, relaxing mission, though. I mean, as long as you know where the red coins are and you don't have too much trouble finding them. Otherwise, it is terrifying! But no more terrifying, maybe, than that one Mario 64 aquarium shaped like a box. Oh yeah, gotta show the random secret. Because everything in this game is a secret, even whenever it's not a secret. Can I get a good view of it? Wait, hold on. It's a little bit difficult to get this right. Oh well, there's, back here, yeah, you can barely see it, there's a book. Let me just look at it one more time. Yeah, that book back there. Nobody knows exactly what that book is. It might have some purpose. Maybe it was supposed to be used in some other mission for whatever reason. Maybe you could read it in, like, the plaza. I have no idea. And why is the life meter pink? Why is the life meter pink? I don't know. I feel like I've seen that before, but not in any of my own playthroughs. So that's odd, but oh well, there you go. Yeah. I like to think that maybe that random book is like... Maybe it was supposed to be an indication of Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door coming out, because that's a game that takes place in a book. Or at least the prologue is a book. I don't know, never mind. That's probably wrong. But yes, see you next time for more... just more.